Hi, this is Ray. Welcome to my workshop. I hear we have over 100 people in the Unofficial Challenge, and that's great. I've been watching them, and many of these guys look pro. Even more reason for me to raise my game. So tonight, short update. Hardware, what I'm doing about it. I'm gonna install my bridge, check it. I'm gonna show you some sanding, which no one wants to see, but maybe I'll show you a trick. And then first coated die, a little bit of a preview. So, no wasted time, get to it.
What's this? It'll be fine. So, we start with a Paul Reed Smith that I already had. This is an old bargain bin beater that has all the Paul Reed Smith hardware on it. So I've decided to steal everything off it. I'm going to use that to build my new guitar. For some of you this will be heresy. Well, it is what it is. That's what I'm going to use, and it's going to look awesome. So, here we go. Now we get to sanding. So the first thing is, how do I get all these pieces in place and hold them, but then be able to remove them later? Using a Bin Crow Special, super glue and masking tape. So you put a little bit of masking tape on both pieces, a couple drops of super glue to hold it together. It's very secure, and when I'm done, I can pry it apart and get the parts back out of there. I wanted to sand them all so they were even and looked good together, but I needed to have them in place temporarily. So here we go. I have to go through each one of them this way. It didn't take as long as it looks, but I'm not going to bore you with the details. So what do we have here? What's wrong with this picture? I'm missing a piece. So I had to go back, figure out what in the world happened. It wasn't on my desk. So rewind, go back, look at the video, and hey, look, it disappeared. And yes, it was in a ball of tape sitting in my trash. So once they're all glued down, I can take them and sand them right next to each other. It allows them to be nice and flat. The idea here is I'm taking it down to the point below the edge of the guitar. That'll be more comfortable to play. I realized too fine a sandpaper, so I had to go a little bit more aggressive. What you can do is you take some 40 grit and glue it to a flat object. That allows you to really get at it and get the height you want. The end result was quite nice. So that's just about finished, and then got to take them back off. Seems like a waste, but that's what you got to do. Install the old bridge. First thing I have to do is make absolutely certain that I'm using the exact same scale length for the new guitar as the old guitar. If Crimson didn't match it or otherwise, then the bridge needs to be in a different location. And the first thing I do is physically verify that those things are exactly the same. Now the trick here is, since I don't have drawings of this, I got to go back and reverse engineer. So you got to go and measure each piece, make sure it's exactly right, get the spacing right, and double check each one. So messing up the position of the bridge messes up the intonation of the guitar, and you just got to get that right, otherwise the thing won't play worth a darn. So checking the spacing and getting that exactly correct was the first step. Next step, record the bridge position. Best way, take the current bridge, put it in place, put a straight edge across there, and measure all the way to the nut. Double, triple check, make sure you get this right. There is adjustment in the bridge, but once again, if you mess this up, you won't have a playable guitar. So mark it. The Crimson kit comes with a very nice, tight neck joint. So the next step is to put the neck into its final position, so that allows you a good reference to locate. One thing I found is that the bridge pickup pocket was exactly the same between the two guitars. That allowed me a closer reference. I can take the neck off and measure from there. Worked out good. Now, simple matter of marking, getting good center line, doing just a little bit of math, write all this stuff down, write it out longhand, and then just laying out the positions on the base of the guitar. Actual hardware. Got a nice Forstner bit of the appropriate size. Just a flap of tape both as a fan and to mark the depth that I want it to be. And now we're actually building something instead of just decorating. Holes look beautiful and the depth is exactly correct. It worked out exactly as I wanted to. Did have to do one last thing. My little insert pieces needed to be trimmed back from the hole edge, but that was no big deal. And now a beautiful bridge sitting in place. So on to the first step of the dye work. I'm using a trans tint black to start with some denatured alcohol. I want to get these very, very dark because what I'm trying to do is get a penetration into the figuring of the maple. And when I'm done, I'm going to sand these back. So I'll be applying different colors of dyes after that. We start off with the black and we want to get a nice, deep, dark color. Shout out to Big D Guitars at this point because I've learned just about everything I know about dyeing from his channel. He has some cool stuff. I'll put some links out there. You guys should check it out. Sand back. I will save you all the pain of watching me sand each one of these, but you can see I'm getting it back to a gray color. I may even take them back further than this, getting them ready for a blue over dye. This will be very cool when I'm done. Quick teaser, put it on the face of the guitar and you'll see how this pops across the current white guitar face. This thing is going to be crazy when I get done. I'm getting excited here.
Hey, thanks for watching. Want to give a link to E.R. Webster's site. He has a master list of all of the Great Guitar Build-Off players, including those unofficial ones like me. Next steps, I'm going to be doing a fretboard inlay. I'm going to be changing the headstock shape, and I'm considering a possible body carve. Who knows? Not sure if I'll have time, but I've got an idea. So please like and subscribe. We'll see you soon. Be safe.